I've got a pretty open but tough agenda to get started. We've got our check-in and welcome, which most everyone is coming in, and you've got your name tags, which is great. There'll be some more coming throughout the day. We're going to take a family photo with all of us, and Jill is tasked with that. Jill, would you raise your hand? So, Jill, where are we going to go for our photo? Okay. So once I'm done with the opening here, we will all exit, and Jill has the task of trying to get us to cooperate and take a family picture all together. Are y'all willing to do that? Yeah. I didn't hear you. Yeah. So all day long we have the car show, which outside there's more cars that need to show up. I've seen a hot Camaro out there, and some crazy guy brought a truck with 600 horsepower.
That was you!
All right, so kids, you're welcome to get in it, but be safe, and please don't blow the air horn. The adults won't appreciate it. Photo sharing and scanning. Downstairs in the library, we have a scanner. We have a lot of family history books. Anything you want to bring down to the library, please do so. There's a family tree that's over 60 feet long that stretches in the hallway. Try to find yourself in that tree. It's a challenge because there's so many of us that have descended from Thomas Moorman. It is incredible, so please take a look. We have a nursery. If you have some young kids that are really, you need time away from them, please take them to the nursery. And Lisa, would you hold your hand up? So my friend Lisa is going to run the nursery, and she's expecting a child, so show her what she can get a taste of later. For the kids outside, we've got the ball fields. Anything you want, kids, have the run of anything outside. Just try to be quiet in the library downstairs and in this room so the adults can have conversations. Okay, so at around 1:45, 2 o'clock, I'll do a presentation on the Moorman family cemetery situation, which is kind of interesting. So I'll update everybody on that at around 1:45, 2 o'clock. By that point, hopefully you've already gotten your food and you've started eating and things will be semi-quiet in here, but if not, that's okay. I've got a microphone. And then right after that, hopefully Mary Stewart will have her family worksheets ready to hand out and kind of explain how that works. She wants to get a little bit of history from you that we might not already have. And then we will have Timberlake Bluegrass here. They'll play some bluegrass music for us right here, so you can enjoy that when you're filling out your family worksheets and so on. And then I'd like for people at 3:30, after we finish playing bluegrass music, to come share stories about the family that you can remember, like the ones we heard earlier. And then at 4:45, we'll have the closing here. We'll give some closing comments, and we'll say goodbye to each other. You can still continue having fun. It's just I need to get this place cleaned up for service in the morning. Please feel free to stay if you like. Okay, so some thanks to be paid. First off, I'd like to thank Pastor Jack Davis, Marie Arthur, Nelson, and Ken Milner, and the congregation at White United Methodist Church. They have been very easy to work with. It's a long story about the Moorman family cemetery situation, but White's has been extremely cooperative with us, helped us in every way, and really shown us what it means to be a true Christian. Then I'd like to thank Preston and Loretta Davis. They are charter members of this church. So Preston, if you raise your hand, and Loretta, they're in the back. Thank you all for helping found this church with a nice facility. And then Carol Amos, and that's Uncle Amos is what I call him. Where are you at, Uncle? There he is. All right, now, Carol Lee, raise your hand. Because Amos is a groundskeeper, so all the nice flowers and the facilities and the nice paint and everything, Amos is in charge of that. And of course, Carol Lee puts up with him all the time, so thank you all for that. And then Mike Moorman, you here yet, Mike?
They have not arrived yet.
Oh, he spoke this morning. So he should be here, but Mike has been very helpful on the Thomas B. Moorman branch, pulling things together, as well as Barbara in the back, from check-in on the Thomas B. Moorman branch. Nellis Ann Payne McGuire, please raise your hand. Nellis has been downstairs looking at the tree. But she has been absolutely instrumental. She is the genealogist that is the mastermind behind the family tree you see downstairs. She has been instrumental in helping to track you all down. It's just, I can't say thank you enough to Mary. She has done a lot of work for this event. My wife, Kathy, please raise your hand. So obviously, couldn't spend so much time on this stuff if she hadn't gotten into genealogy and helped me do this as well. I'd like to thank all those that are in attendance. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all showing interest, and I have a lot of good information to share with you, and I want to get to know y'all better. And of course, we need to thank those that came before us. We've got a lot of pictures that I'll be streaming throughout the day. We've got a lot of pictures of the family that was buried or is buried at Liberty University. Here to my right or left. I'll go over some more about that later. But now we need to get to the blessing of the food. And Uncle Amos, would you mind blessing the food? We won't eat yet, but he'll get it blessed.
Privilege to gather together with friends. We thank you for the many blessings we've been given. Pray that you will be with us throughout this day and watch over us. And we thank you for Jesus Christ most of all. Amen.
Thank you, Uncle Amos. Okay, so let's do some awards. Y'all ready for this? You don't get anything for it but embarrassment. All right, shortest distance traveled in attendance. Who do you think it is? Not fair. All right, so it's probably y'all. But before this, it was actually Carol and Carol Amos at 4 kilometers, but last I checked, Wildwood's right there. So, all right, you got it. Farthest distance traveled in attendance. Who's from Texas? Yeah, one of them did. Tom. Tom Puffer traveled 1,900 kilometers. Okay, now this one gets fun because I think it might be able to get Wildwood a run for its money. Cousin closest but did not attend. That would be Steve and Robin Turner, who were on their way back from the beach but live 1.49. That's less than a mile, ladies and gentlemen. Just down the street here. Cousin farthest away not in attendance? Just take a guess how many kilometers our furthest cousin is. 16,000. So Lauren Cox lives in South Australia. She was in Lynchburg last week, but I guess she heard about the reunion and got out of town picture. Okay, the youngest cousin in attendance. Y'all threw me off a little bit because it had some last minute change. Paul Michael Dobbins here? There he is. Most experienced cousin. That means old. Who do you think it is? I'm looking at her. That would be Nellis Ann Payne McGuire. Whatever you do, kids, remember to never ask someone their age. Okay. Youngest cousin not in attendance. Calla Karis Puffer. Born on February 15th. Now, are her grandparents here? They'll be here. Most experienced cousin not in attendance. I don't know. Does anybody know anyone older than Nellis? Can I tell them how old you are? 81. All right, Nelson's got it, but he's in attendance. Your family now, Nelson. That's all right. All right, cousins with most kids in attendance. I'll give you a hint. They're close to me. That would be Jack Moorman with his 4 children. State area. So if you're an NC State fan, give them a round of applause. Give you a little one, Jack. Virginia Tech Hokies in the audience. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Sorry, since I mentioned NC State. Our cousins with most kids not in attendance here. Well, that would go to Frank Puffer, wouldn't it? Yep.
Well, how
Cousin
many
with
kids?
most
How
grand-
many kids does he have?
How many kids? I think it's 6. 5. Sorry. Added one. Cousin with most grandkids not in attendance here. Oh, sorry, in attendance. This is a little bit cheating. It's my mother, and she has her 3 grandkids here today. Hopefully they'll behave well. There's one right there, and another. They're working the audio visual here. Cousin with most grandkids not in attendance here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 3-way tie. So it's Charles Puffer, Frank Puffer, and Robert Puffer, with 6 each. What's in the water, Puffers? Okay, cousin married the longest in attendance. Who do you think it is? Who's been married 30 years? 40 years? 50 years? Oh, there she is. Loretta Davis. Anybody married before 1964? All right, she's got it. Cousin most recently married. I was actually at this event, but I didn't go in the wedding. Sarah, on December 6th of 2014 in Cary, North Carolina. First cousin to RSVP. Mary Stewart. Last cousin to RSVP. Anybody feeling guilty? All right. I didn't give that award to anyone because I didn't want anyone to leave. All right, so what states do y'all think all the Mormons are in now